Outlander has been wild from the beginning, but this deleted scene really made us do a double take. It gave an all-new meaning to the phrase hitting the fan, that's for sure. We figured we'd give you a quick rundown of this deleted scene from episode 6, so stick around because you do not want to miss this one. First, Claire finds Miss McNeil's body. Claire's always been a fan favorite. Our main character's a super clever and inquisitive woman who likes to get to the bottom of things. That's actually why fans love her so much. After traveling from the future, she's always put her medical knowledge to good use in ancient times. However, the recent episodes kind of put her up against a difficult situation. The last episode came as a shock when she discovered Miss McNeil's body. Even though she had no idea what caused her death, she was still a little uneasy and warned the others not to touch the body. What is it with olden times and plagues? Oh wait, the pandemic. Totally forgot about that one. Next, Claire visits the McNeils. It didn't take long to put two and two together when the McNeils were missing at Sunday's sermon too. The sermon is serious business. Almost every family attends it, so Claire and the other girls decided to do a type of wellness check on the family. That is when they found out that the whole family was sick with the same disease. Now, Claire is from the 20th century, so these diseases were long cured by then. Still, it was evident that she wanted to find out what was getting everyone sick so she could help out. And now, a life-threatening illness in Outlander? The promo for the new episode actually showed Claire falling ill, which had us on the edge of our seats thinking, oh no, thinking, okay, we might lose our main character. Obviously, that was a little bit of a shock since we're so attached to her. When the episode came out, Claire's hallucinations were scary, to say the least. We've heard of fever dreams, but this was on a whole other level entirely. So it was clear that this disease was serious and possibly here to stay. The residents of the Ridge really needed someone like Claire to help them out. Now, for dysentery in Outlander. Before she falls sick herself, Claire decides to examine a sample of stool to see what's up with the disease spreading through Ridge residents. In this era, urine samples will probably put Claire through another witch trial. So in a deleted scene, we see Jamie visiting Claire while she's examining this delicate sample, so to speak. And this man is in shock. Like, we didn't expect to walk in on his wife staring hard at a cup of, well, you know what. It's been ages since season 6, but the creators wanted us to see all the exclusive deleted scenes with the new collector's edition version of the series. We're sure there are die-hard fans invested in what went on behind the scenes, but we could have done very well without this one. Seriously, that's way too nasty for our taste. This is the 18th century, everyone's just wilding out here. Seriously, the idea of purified water is insane to them, which kind of explains why they got dysentery in the first place. After Claire finds out what's up, she encourages the Ridge residents to boil the water. Smart move right there. An epidemic in the middle of a pandemic. It's a little funny when you think about how this dysentery epidemic, which took the lives of several other people, was literally filmed during an actual pandemic. Still, there are several funerals in this episode, which make the whole atmosphere a little gloomy. Claire does her best, but she's running on almost little to no sleep. Even superheroes have to rest, so inevitably, she falls sick too. Next, we have Claire's hallucinations. After she falls sick, Claire hallucinates a lot of wild things. That's what made this episode so full of different things happening constantly. She sees her own heart outside of her body, a snake, which sounds like a bit of a bad omen to us, and Jamie getting it on with Malva. That last one sounds a bit painful for Claire. And obviously, if the scene wasn't weird enough, Malva and Miss Bug are somehow convinced that cutting her hair will help her heal faster, which made no sense to us. That has to be right up there with natural herbs curing life-threatening diseases or something. Seriously, we've no idea how people were surviving in the 18th century. We can see that the show's creators wanted to end on a good cliffhanger, and season 6 delivered just that. Right around the same time, another Ridge resident, Tom Christie, fell sick too. But because his symptoms were so different, Claire asked him for a stool sample, which led us to the grand scene that poor Jamie walked in on. And now, investigating the source. After dysentery was confirmed as the cause of the disease outbreak, Jamie actually did a bit of his own research. Come on, it's not like he's only supposed to act as Claire's sidekick. This man's got a lot going on in his head too, especially after his wife fell sick. He finds a dead elk in the river near the McNeil family's house, which explains why they're the first to fall sick. Still, the infamous deleted scene which made us all pull a face isn't the only one released by the creators. In another one, we actually see Jamie and Claire spending more time together. We also see him worried about his daughter Brianna. After the betrayal we discovered at the end of the season, this helped us hate him a little less, just like a smidgen. We gotta give it to James though. How does he trust Claire so much even after seeing the stool sample in her hand? But hey, at least he's supportive of her career. Can't find many men like that these days. Next, we have Bree and Claire. In another deleted scene, we see how much Bree cares about Claire from her concern for her when she's ill. Brianna came right in to wash her hands with boiling water according to Jamie. Bree burns herself, but it doesn't bother her. Claire observes that Brianna has never seen anything like this before and she will be terrified. Claire was young, but she's aware by now of the Spanish influenza that killed hundreds. She's also witnessed 2 world wars. Claire's a seasoned expert when it comes to plagues and pandemics. Obviously, this is just the show, because there's a lot more going on in the novel version of the series. However, these deleted scenes definitely give us a lot more insight into the relationship between the characters. We also see Claire being vulnerable for once. And now for Jamie's betrayal. Turns out Claire's dysentery fever dreams weren't all that strange, since Jamie definitely came on to Malva as she lets Claire know. Things took a real dark turn in the 6th season, and here we'd always thought that Jamie would stay true to Claire. Can't ever trust the best ones either. Outlander isn't the only entertainment that's been going on these days. Here's some other news you might have missed lately, starting with Ms. Marvel's first episode. We've been waiting for this show since they first teased us with it, so we were ecstatic after the first episode came out. While fans were a little bit divided on Moon Knight, this show had a 50-50 chance of impressing them, and it came through. Kamala Khan's character wins the viewers over in the very first episode. If Marvel fans feared this would be a little too childish for their taste, they'll be pleasantly surprised. We don't know about you, but we'll definitely be keeping up with this series. Next, Black Adam releases. Here's another superhero series we're really looking forward to. The first trailer for Black Adam, a comic book adaptation that'll feature Dwayne Johnson, just dropped, and our jaws dropped with it. The film is set to release this year, and we can't wait to see it. The film will introduce the JSA, the Justice Series of America, will feature on the big screen for the first time since their comic book debut in the 1980s. We heard Pierce Brosnan is all set to play the character of Dr. Fate. Could this be our next Avengers? And finally, the print shop riot in Outlander Season 6. The shit scene isn't all that went on in Season 6. With Season 7 set to release soon, we thought we'd revisit the last one, especially the print shop riot. The director of the show, Christina Eben Green, actually talked about how difficult it was to film this one in an interview. There was so much going on in that scene, and it's clear that it takes a lot of talent to be able to execute that as smoothly as she did, especially when you consider that this was filmed during the height of the pandemic, so there weren't as many people available either. Still, Eben Green did a great job with it. And that's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on the deleted scene? Should it have been deleted? Did you get a chance to go through the entire collectibles edition, or are you just awaiting the new season? Please let us know in the comment section below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.